Yeah, hello everyone. I'm JaeHwan. Let me show you my slide. Okay, actually, I'm on a business trip here in major province of Korea, Jeonju. So uh, I attached this sticker on the workshops. So I I love love it. So came here. Anyway, uh, let's get started. Hello, this is JaeHwan So from Future Lab. As a true fan of microbit and as a microbit champion last year, it's my pleasure to be able to share my experience here. I'd like to thank the Microbit Educational Foundation for providing me this great opportunity to share my wonderful experiences with more than 2,000 young people, 8 to 18 years of age, and also educators in Korea. First of all, let me provide you with a little information about me. Yeah, I'm JaeHwan So, and I define myself as an educator as well as a creator. I loved hack electronics using microbit and discover ways to create useful things in my daily life, like this. More than that, I enjoy sharing this kind of joy with the young people I meet at Future Lab every week. Future Lab is a foundation established by Smilegate, a global entertainment group located in Pangyo, South Korea. As a creative producer at Future Lab, I design youth workshops that encompass visual art and sound and music, woodworking, programming, engineering, and bioscience in collaboration with various groups of specialists such as doctor, scientist, artist, even yo-yo master. Do you know yo-yo? We will collaborate with yo-yo master. Really. To us, workshops are not simply a set of programs we offer, but rather an opportunity to learn from our experience and build a better creative learning environment for our young people. Sometimes creativity is understood as a competence of few individuals who have brought great innovation to the world, like Steve Jobs. However, FutureLab does not rely on such kind of brilliance, but rather more pays attention to the concept of originality. We believe each of our originality is where our creativity begins. This is the reason why FutureLab focuses on cultivating a culture and environment that encourage and support young people to be aware of their originality, understand oneself that includes their needs, interests, and passions, and further nurture their own creativities. At Future Lab, young people are encouraged to explore whatever interests them, create experiments, and enjoy the hard fun while dealing with challenges, and eventually find motivation to go further. For the last 5 to 6 years, Future Lab has been continuing such practice based research on what unleashes young people's creativity and attempt to build on a culture of respect and a learning environment where they feel safe enough, enough to take risks and experiment regardless of the idea. We hoped share this vision with more people and lead a movement that would eventually impact a change in our education system as well. In fact, this grand vision has always been key to every project we have been creating, including the Do Your Bit Challenge. It is always a pleasure to meet and work with young people. However, the COVID-19 pandemic became a great challenge for Future Lab and myself as an educator. Can you feel my suffer there and here? While we are quite confident with meeting young people in person, online was a different kind of challenge. But we met Do Your Bit. In fact, Do Your Bit was a timely opportunity to experiment with the possibility of bringing the Future Lab experience online without compromising the core components of our philosophy. Whew. Under the name of the Microbit Global Challenge, we planned the campaign to encourage and facilitate the participation of Korean young people and educators. Before creating the action plan, we discussed the values we'd like to deliver to educators and young people through this challenge, and we developed the following three: co-creation, hands-on mind zone, playful. First, we wanted this challenge to be festive for everyone. I feel many youth and educators are little comfortable with the concept of competition and evaluation. Using the term comfortable may sound strange, but it often seems to make people uncomfortable or anxious about how to understand what has been gained through the learning without involving marks and grades. In fact, while operating the Microbit Global Challenge, many people, some parents and educators, ask about the evaluation criteria or how to become a winner. But rather than competing against, we wanted to make everyone become a challenger, joining the co-challenge, solving the problems we are facing together now. To read the Microbit Global Challenge as a festival, we need to organize a group of supporters to work as our colleagues. So, we made a nationwide open call for educators who agree with and support our approaches. A group of 10 educators was first gathered as a co-leading group. Then we discussed how we can engage more teachers and young people to participate in this challenge despite the pandemic situation. Sorry, my battery is low. Okay, pandemic situation. Then we discussed how we can engage more teachers and young people to participate in this challenge despite the pandemic situation. And our final idea was to invite educators to host their own mini hackathon for the following reasons. Number one, every educator can participate regardless of their major subject. Number two, hackathons can be held online without space constraints. Finally, the host, educator, and challengers both can be deeply involved and get into the project. Even educators are invited to do their own projects along with the students as well. Whew. Okay, but unfortunately, hosting a hackathon was not something most educators were familiar with. Some teachers thought that they could not participate in the challenge because they were not familiar with software and programming. But we thought that When educators could start to put their hands on the project and struggling with it, they would naturally learn how to coach their students to try out their own, learning by doing. So we need to roll the floors and build an own lamp to the hackathon, encouraging educators to take courage to be joined as a challenger along with their students. So it was quite natural for us to collaborate with a group of artists this time as well. I have always been amazed at the ways how artists make their own use of different media and materials to express their ideas, like this. Their playful attitude often provides inspiration not only for children but also for adults to think beyond the box and unleash their creativity. We invite artists to play around with microbeat along with other materials and suggest some playful approaches. We expected this would motivate educators to join the project rather than worrying about their programming skills ahead. And eventually, we made this. This is a MAP party pack created with a group of artists. MAP is an abbreviation of make, and play. MAP, map. And it is an expression that implies the spirit of hands-on, mind-zone. We create a party pack for educators, which includes materials one can use with up to 10 young people and host a hackathon together. Of course, the party pack also includes microbeat. Okay, I cut the music here because of the copyright. Also, the party pack has several devices that can bring the mood of the hackathon. Let me show you the details. Yeah. The structure can be assembled in many different ways by the user and make their own custom settings. It can be used as a workspace and material storage. By the way, that's me. Yeah, and yeah, the party pack contains a wide variety of materials, paper straws, threads, barriers of fabrics, cotton, and even bottle caps, a bunch of everyday materials. We hope this would further suggest them to pay attention to their daily objects and make use of them as well, and continue the creative creation even after the hackathon is over. In the case, oh, I need to wait. Yeah, bunch of materials, and educators can host their own hackathon. And in case the educator conducts their hackathon online, we made it like a piece of sculpture, like that. That can be displayed in the background so that everyone can feel the atmosphere of the studio or hackathon right away. Of course, the educators also can do one project right away. Isn't this an amazing kit? I want to some chat here. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah. So every time I look at it, I really appreciate the artist's ingenious idea as much as its artistic spirit. Thank you again, Irupa. In addition to the map party pack, Future Lab create a step-by-step user guide and video tutorials for educators. For educators who are interested in software and coding, we made them explore microbit and also learn a one-to-one online software session to let the educators know that even if they can't code, they can fully participate in this challenge. Wow, it's amazing, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah, calm down, JaeHwan. Okay. Do you remember I say that I wanted this challenge to be festive for everyone? Festival should be filled with what? Filled with joy, right? So we added elements that the challenger can be enjoyed from the beginning to the end. As a microbit champion and also as a creative producer of FutureLab, it's a lot of fun for me to play with microbit. So during the challenge, I became the same challenger like them and conducted weekly challenge for 8 weeks on live streaming, creating and introducing creations using my wild imagination about two themes of Dual Beat 2021: good health and well-being, climate action. Let me introduce you to two of my works, my great works. The first one is the Crying Energy Saver. Regarding the subject of climate action, I made a device that helps people turn up the light or outlet to save electric energy. I'm not sure if you can understand it under the Crying Energy Saver. That's Korean. Uh, the title of the work is actually Sometimes I Cry When My Energy is Wasted. It is a device that literally cries with tears, filled with sadness, with the thought of the earth will be in pain if the outlet is turned on for a long time. Second one is the total leg alarm. Regarding the subject good health and well-being, I manufactured a device that helps people to correct their posture through an alarm when they form a turtleneck posture, like this, turtleneck posture. If you put it next to the monitor, you can visually check how bent your neck is, and if your neck is too bent, lights and sounds emit to correct your posture. Let's look at it together. Yeah, I made it, but it's a really fun and cool piece even when I watch it again. I think I'm a little bit genius. Nah, yeah. The quality may look a little bit low quality, but it's all intentional. Amazing. Because I wanted to create a consensus on the following two things through the weekly challenge. First, the Microbit Global Challenge aims not to develop innovative products that completely solve problems, but to observe and solve problems that occur in each person's daily life. Above all, working on a project is fun and easier than we thought. So I wanted to encourage it to everyone put their own hands on it much easier. Based on this pleasant experience, I also led the online community, Future Labit, because Labit, 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 simple, where challengers can communicate with each other. There were challengers who participate every week in weekly challenges with me to share their works, and also there were challengers who shared the difficulties that occurred during the project and shared the tips they learned while solving the problem. And this is the project shared for us. The challenge, planned and conducted in the spirit of co-creation, hands-on mind zone, and playful, was hosted by educators, where 141 hackathons and 2,765 challengers participate and submitted 216 projects. Perhaps our sincerity has been conveyed. Even though it was our first time to host this event, are these incredible figures? After the challenge finished, we had an online showcase with challengers. One challenger made a wearing mask alarm based on the air pollution levels that are very important for asthma sufferers. Another challenger made a fishing rod for when she got the idea after watching the documentary about ocean pollution. Also, we introduced many projects in the online showcase. The challengers have their own ideas and motivations, and they try to solve the problems in a variety of ways. I could see the challenge become festive for everyone as they started solving the problems with their own hands. Thousands of people from all over Korea participate in the challenge. However, what Future Lab is paying attention to is not how many people participate in the challenge. By attempting to create a new educational culture with educators in the field, we have cultivated the foundation to initiate a creative environment movement. Personally, it was very meaningful to be able to support the challenge as a microbit champion and work with many educator colleagues. Through the challenge, we are able to change the perspective of teenagers on creation and coding. Coding is not simply about learning technical functions, but is one of the tools to express one's thoughts and ideas. Through feedbacks after the challenge, I could feel that many young people realized that they could not only use coding, but also various materials in their daily lives to express their ideas and creativity or solve the problems their own hands. While young people have fun with making stuff and creating their own project, they also find the seed of creativity, which may further lead them to solve the problems they and their neighbors are facing. Once they have the seed of creativity and positive experience in dealing with their own project, what would happen when these young people are equipped with professional skills or knowledge? I can't wait to see the amazing achievements they are to bring about in the future lab. I think I'll wait in the future lab, the young people, for 10 years, maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, uh, Microbit Challenge was a perfect tool to invite everyone, not only the young people, but also us, the educators, to discover each of our own little seed of creativity about what we care about and share it with others. I believe it will be these little seeds that would deliver us to a better future. Thank you for all who have listened to me to the end of the presentation. For those who are in the educational challenge, I would like to suggest that you create your own challenge and think about ways how to enjoy this challenge journey together. Well, I hope that the story of Future Lab, based on our experience, will lead and inspire you to spread our creative movement. Wish you well on your challenges, and I will continue my challenge as well. Thank you.